Well, hi there. I'm MossLogic. Welcome back to another episode here on the Project Bedrock server. Flying high over top of the shopping district, we are slowly making our way over here to what we're going to be working on in today's episode. And as you can see, I've already been doing a little bit of work here, but we are going to continue to make a big hole right here where we're going to eventually be building another shop that is going to be an ore processing facility. This is going to be a huge mine that has a really long tunnel down into the earth to where they're going to extract ores and all different types of other materials, and that's going to allow all of the other members to come here and purchase whatever ore, stone, or other materials that they might need. This is going to include bulk materials as well. Now on stream, I did start blowing all of this up down below, and it goes all the way down to bedrock, but I am going to need to blow some more of this out, either that or mine it. I think I might go with the more fun TNT method, but this does need to be a little bit bigger. That way we can fit everything in here that I'm planning. I think what I need to do at this point is start terraforming a little bit around the hole and then set up kind of a round circle. That way I have a guide to go by. As much as I want to use the fun TNT method, I ended up using TNT to get more or less the bulk of this out, but I think I'm going to go around the edges and probably pickaxe the rest of it out. That way it has a nice smooth border to it. So that means that we're going to need to set up a beacon. We're going to need to terraform a little bit around here and probably set up a circle. That way we have a nice guide for us to follow all the way down to bedrock. And I also have quite a few things that I need to catch you guys up on, like the armor that I'm wearing. You see, the armor trims that I have on currently is snout for my boots. I have the sentry for my leggings and also the tide for my helmet. Then I also had to use the upgrade template in order to upgrade to my netherite armor. And then of course redstone trim as well. You see, it's not that I don't like this design, but I really wanted to broaden my horizon to see what all was available. So that means that I had to go out on a journey, and we ended up doing this some on stream, on my most recent stream, and MossLogic was able to join me, which was a ton of fun. If you have not seen that, you should definitely check that out. But I was able to get this trim here, and I'm still learning all of the trims. This is the Wayfinder. I think I got this one from a pillager outpost. I'm not 100% sure, can't quite remember on that one. The silence one, this was supposed to be one of the most difficult ones to get. Me and Moss went to the very first ancient city, and he immediately found this after only going through a couple chests. And then I was able to find myself a second one from the second ancient city that I ended up looting off of camera. The harder one for us to find was the ward trim, believe it or not, which is supposed to be more common inside of the ancient city than the silence armor trim. And then the last one that Moss was missing to complete his collection was this one here, which is the rib. And I found this after going through a few chests inside of the very first nether fortress that I found, which was really cool. So it was actually pretty easy to get these up until this point, but I do know that a lot of people has had a lot of trouble. I know Silent Whisper said that he went through something like 20 something ancient cities in order to get the silence trim, and we got really lucky finding it almost right away. Oh, and that one. I remember what this one came from. No, not that one. It's this one. I remember. This was from the trail ruins that we had to dig down to. Man, those things, I tell you what, they are massive once you get down to them. And not going to lie, kind of a lot of fun to explore. I did also make some changes on the admin side for the server. So before, if we were to stand on the bed and jump up and down, we would be able to skip the time. And now we can no longer do that. And that is because the new game rule has been added. So I ended up taking that off. Well, kind of. But as you can see, we can now lay down and sleep the way that Mojang intended, and that's going to allow us to sleep the night because our player sleeping percentage is at 0. Now we can still skip the time ahead if you want to stand on a block over the bed, that way you're a little higher. You can still jump up and down and fast forward the time if need be. Aside from that, we can just lay on the bed, and then it's going to pop up saying sleeping through this night, and then it will be daytime. Now you might know that I have a weather control device, and we actually play with this world weather turned off, and that weather control device is what actually controls the weather on here. So since Mojang implemented this, I figured that weather would be a lot better because it was actually able to be reset the way that it should be, and it's not. We tried it and it was raining constantly. I mean constantly. Thunderstorming, it would start thunderstorming right in the middle of trying to record a clip, which is no good. So I ended up turning the weather cycle back off, ended up turning the weather control system back on, and now it works just like it used to on the server, which is much better for the need of the content creators. And if you are ever interested in finding out how to add these to your world, I do have a tutorial video that I have linked inside of that card right on the top right now. But I will be making a new one here soon that's going to show you to... Whoa, what is that spider doing? I'm going to be doing a new one that's going to be able to show you how to set it up the way that I have it set up now instead of the old way. I guess I really need to spawn proof this place. Down over here, I've just been going around and collecting all these stray shulker boxes that I have all over the place and just trying to get these organized. Here's that other silence trim that I had. Pretty cool that we were able to find 2 of those. And then we just have a bunch of just miscellaneous boxes. Some of those are empty, some of those are filled to the brim. Behind the scenes, I'm going to be organizing all of this stuff and getting it to where it's a lot better organized than what it is. And a lot of that has to do with the ender chest. I want to be able to go inside of my ender chest and find exactly what I need whenever I need it. I don't want to have to dig through 100 different shulker boxes in 10 different locations. So I think for right now, I'm going to grab a beacon out of my shop. This one will do. I'll return that one later. I'm going to borrow some gold blocks out of the gold farm. And let's start setting up a beacon. And we are good to go. Let's jump in the bed, sleep through the night, and jump into a time lapse. Let's go. Now you might have noticed that I stopped the time lapse a little bit early, and that is because, well, I have some of this ground that I need to remove, and I figured instead of me removing it all by myself, this might be an opportunity to get somebody to help me. And not only get somebody to help me, but potentially make some diamonds too. I know just the person. What we want to do is have a race to see who can remove all that dirt the fastest, or dirt and stone. You follow me?
Okay. Yeah.
And if you can beat me, then you win whatever diamonds we wager. If I win, then I win the diamonds that we wager.
How much of city did you put in the middle of it?
I have not put any blocks in. I have not put any blocks in. And you are more than welcome to go into spectator mode and check. Scout's honor, there is no unnatural blocks in there that I know of. Now I don't know if somebody might have like stuck something in there from like beginning of season, but as far as like what I've put in there, I know of absolutely nothing in there.
Okay, are you recording right now?
I am.
I will be then.
And I will take the larger side. I think that's larger. It looks larger to me. There's like a couple blocks larger.
Why don't you count the blocks? Not the width.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. I don't think. I just...
Because you're up to something.
I'm not up to something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I don't feel like you trust me.
No.
Well,
you did watch me sleep.
To be fair, I did blow up your face with a wither. So yeah, you know, thinking back, there's really good reason for you not to trust me, but you should trust me with this. You're welcome to do a couple test pokes as long as you fill them back in.
Okay, I have like 16 and a half here. How many did you say?
16 and a half? How did you end up with a half a block?
No, 16 and a half, like lengthwise.
16 and a half length.
Like one of the last row, the half row is halfway.
Oh, I gotcha. I ended up with 18. So you have the advantage. Okay.
All right.
You are welcome to jump in spectator mode, take a look at it. You're welcome to do a couple poke holes, crawl through the middle of it if you want.
No, it's fine.
But there's absolutely nothing inside of there. So, the only stipulation is you can remove this by any means possible. However, you cannot go below this level that we're on. And you cannot...
Oh, okay.
You cannot remove any blocks underneath here, and if you do, they have to be filled back in.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to do the one on the left, and you're going to do the one on the right, unless you want to change. I mean, if you think that there's something fishy, you are more than welcome to take the one that has the most.
Nope, it's fine.
And then the first one that removes all of the blocks here is the winner, and we'll get the diamonds.
Okay. What are we starting at?
Man, big money here. I was just going to do like 3, but I mean, I got more.
Okay.
I can wager more. I can wager more. I mean, I got
these out of your box, so it doesn't matter how much we. Just kidding.
That's messed up. Oh. Are we doing 6?
Whatever you want to do.
Okay. Jeez.
Just going even 10? How about 12?
Okay, 12. So we got 6 there. 6 there. And that should be good, right?
12 is such a weird number. Let's do 15.
I'm running out of diamonds.
I'm just joking. We can do 10.
10? Okay.
I don't want you to run out of diamonds.
Me to loan you some?
Didn't you just get on the server? You just got on the server and you already have more diamonds than me?
I don't know about more, but I can make up the difference, I think.
Oh, that is awesome. No, I mean, I got other means. I got netherite blocks and stuff that I could wager, but... Okay. So...
Okay, there's 10. You have... What do you have? You have 12? Okay, I'll put 12.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 10s looks a little wonky. It's gotta be symmetrical.
Alright.
Okay. So you ready? We'll get on the top. Are you sure that you don't want to poke any holes or anything like that?
I'm sure.
Okay, we're on level 65, so you can't go any lower than 65, okay?
Okay.
Alright, you ready?
I am ready.
Alright, let's go.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Having a failed plan.
Hey! That hurt! There's a stairway over here.
Oh no! So close! My setup took too long. Oh man!
Yay!
Oh. That was pretty cool though, huh? A lot of people don't know.
Yeah, it was cool.
A lot of people don't know that whenever you're terraforming, it's actually very, very handy to keep around some, well, not so much terraforming, but some end crystals, because if you blow them up on...
that's what hit me.
Yep. The obsidian keeps it from going down underneath the ground.
Yeah.
Man!
I was just trying to keep my mouth shut watching it happen.
How in the world? Man! If that was like one thing less tall, it would have been a breeze, but I dug down 4 blocks and then I'm like, I can't reach, I need to go down 1 more. Oh, it was such a pain.
Thanks for the diamonds!
You are welcome. I'm glad that I didn't bet more. Man, I was pretty confident in that too.
Do you need a loan now? Are you skint?
Yeah, I should be good. The way I see it is I just paid her for helping me clear out all of the stuff that I didn't want to dig out. So it's a win-win.
There you go.
Oh, that was awesome.
I left you a consolation prize.
Oh, no, that's not even consolation. That's like a pity prize.
Well, I didn't want to say it like that, but yeah.
Oh, that was awesome. Man, we sure cleared that out in a hurry, though.
Yeah, quietly too. Neither one of us said a word.
that was the sound of focus.
Exactly. When I saw you, I was like, "What? What are you doing?" And I realized that's the only time I've said anything this whole time.
You should know that I'm up to no good.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was sus in the first place. That was a ton of fun. We need to do that more often.
Yeah, I agree. It was a lot of fun. Man, I was so confident. I thought for sure that I would beat you. I really should have found a spot that had more stone in it, I guess. Did you? It almost looks like you got the part that had more stone, actually. I think that
oh, maybe at least a layer.
Yeah, I think that this was like the natural generation, and I think that we filled this in, if I remember right. Well,
There's a stairway to something over here. Is this yours?
Nope. I think that was probably from like early game. Well, that was lame. Oh, that was a lot of fun though.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll get your diamonds back from me one way or another.
Yes. Come here, Gigi. Oh, I borrowed your gas farm. Hopefully you don't mind. So I needed some gas tiers.
You built it.
Oh yeah. But I still like to ask permission.
There's gas tiers in that black building too that have some like potion stuff in it.
Black building that only has potion stuff in it.
Oh yeah, the one out in the front of my base, that dark build that I did. The two block build challenged myself with.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what to do with the road.
Oh, I have an idea for that. If you want to just leave it to me, I'll take care of it.
Yeah. Do you want me to do any kind of terraforming or anything?
No, I can handle it. I like doing stuff like that.
I mean, I do have more explosives.
Put it in my video.
Alrighty.
I just wanted to know, like, where you wanted the entrance to this place to be. So I can, like, curve the road around to it, or drive it straight in, or whatever.
Just whatever you think would be organic. I figure that it would probably come alongside here. And then, I mean, you don't have to get too close to this. But whatever direction you want to come this way. I'm going to be building here. So probably I would either come this way and turn, or just come this way and then we can just go from there. Because as far as like the this goes, I still have to build it, and I'm still like formulating in my small brain how I'm going to do all that. Well, that was a pretty fun way of clearing out a bunch of dirt. I might have lost some diamonds, but the way I see it is I just paid her for her help, so it's a small price to pay for a little bit of help and a whole lot of entertainment. And unfortunately, I think that would have really gone more in my favor if I were to set things up a little bit differently. See, in order to use the end crystal, I have to place down a piece of obsidian, which is fine, but the thing is, if there's any entities on it, then it will not allow me to place down the end crystal, which kept messing me up because, well, whenever you're digging straight down, the entities fall down inside of the hole, where of course the obsidian is. At least I know better for next time, that way whenever I try to set somebody up and make some easy diamonds, well, it goes a little bit better for me. Anyways, let's finish up that time lapse. As you can see, there has been a ton of progress made on this mine shop. And we are just about halfway there. This is basically a giant chain that's going to be responsible for pulling out all of the ores and all of the other blocks out of the ground. That way they can be brought up to the surface to be processed by the mine facility. This is also going to go up into a big mechanical device that's going to loop the chain around and then feed it back into the ground on the other side. Now this of course is going to be the mine hole, so this is going to be much bigger where they're extracting the materials from. The hole that the chain goes back in is not going to be nearly as big because, well, the chain just has to return down through there. That way it can loop through to the bottom and connect to the bottom half of the chain. That way it can make a complete revolution. Now, as I said, this is going to be on a big mechanical drive, and this drive is going to be hooked to a bunch of other mechanical components that will ultimately go into the big mining facility here, which is going to power this entire chain along with the rest of the mining facility. Well, you might be wondering, why are we stopping the time lapse here? Well, I want to take a break and go and get up to no good, if you know what I mean. And the best place to get up to no good is, of course, Gigi's base. So you can see that I've kind of already gone around here and vandalized her signage. And I changed that from storage room to the hermit hole. And then also on the backside, hopefully she won't notice, but I put ours built was here as well. I tried to do these over here, but unfortunately there's a new bug in Minecraft that would not let me edit the sign, even though it's supposed to. Anyways, I want to go through here and try to find a way to do this. And the most simple way of doing it might just be the obvious, using this portal here. So I'm thinking I'm going to find a way to block this off temporarily. Then hopefully Gigi will not come back. I'm pretty sure she's tied up in the mornings, so we'll do that. And then let's jump into the nether and I'll show you what I have planned. So behind Gigi's portal, I hid a crafting table and a spectator stand just in case she logs on really quickly, which hopefully she will not. But I want to go up here and show you guys. I'm pretty sure all of this is cleared out. There's no lava in here directly above her portal. And then if we keep going up, we should be able to get into some tunnels, or at least some areas where we can make tunnels. But what I want to do is, I'm pretty sure inside of this area, yes, here it is, the Red Crimson Forest. Now there's a lot of piglins that spawn inside of this area. However, I'm not really looking for piglins. I am looking for the other mob that's going to spawn inside of here. Yeah, this guy. This is the guy that we're looking for. We're going to be sending these through Gigi's portal, and it's probably going to be a pretty difficult task. However, hopefully I'm able to get it done. The reason being is because these guys do not like nether portals at all. But if you do manage to get these guys into a nether portal and send them through to the overworld, they will actually change into a zoglin, which is one of the more rare mobs inside of the game. And I think that they look really cool. But I don't know where I came up with it. I just woke up one day and felt like I was going to fill up Gigi's storage room with zoglins. It should be pretty fun. Let's jump into it. So we're going to need some of these, and it looks like there's only one stack left, so we really lucked out. Is it bad if I use her own name tags against her to prank her? Okay, back to the nether. Hey, Jack. Alright, I think the best thing to do is to box this in, and we're probably going to want as small of an area as possible. So maybe on the front of this portal here, we'll go ahead and name these. Alright, I got her portal all boxed in and a hole in the roof. I do want to remove some more of the glass up there. And of course grab the carpet, that way I can put it back whenever I'm done. Now the strange thing about the hoglins is the hitbox is really small for how big the animal is. It's showing on the wiki that it is 0.9 by 0.9 blocks, which is extremely small for the size of the hoglin. I know that there was some bugs with the hoglin hitbox, and I don't know if they have changed it since then. So I'm going to end up making a 2x2, and hopefully that's going to be enough. Alright, I'm following the nether fashion trend and wearing a golden helmet. Hopefully I will not get attacked. It looks like there's a hoglin up there, but I do need to go over and find where I need to dig that hole at. If my calculations are correct, I should be able to dig down right here and find the top of Gigi's portal area. Alright, turns out that I was one block off. Not a big deal. And I'm pretty sure if I dig straight this way, it should lead me into this Crimson Forest biome and maybe lead me to my death. I have a totem, so we'll have to see how it all plays out. Already starting to look pretty dangerous. You know, while I'm thinking about it, a good strategy would probably be like I did with the piglins before and make a little area where I can hopefully run across and escape these guys And hopefully they can't get across, because that's not going to be good if they can. I'm not going to be able to go anywhere. But the idea is I'll be able to run through here, turn around real fast, flip these down, and hopefully, keyword being hopefully, they will fall inside of the hole. And if they don't, well, I'm up the creek without a paddle. Come on. Come on, buddy. Yep. Come on. Hold on, we got a name tag, yeah. Oh. Yep, come on. Please go in the hole. Please go in the hole. Please go in the hole. Oh, he didn't go in the hole. Alright, so I have a backup plan. I'm going to put this here, just like that. And then hopefully they shouldn't be able to run past here. And then I can just flip that down. And that should keep me safe, theoretically. Strong emphasis on the should. Here, piggy, piggy, piggy. Hello. Hey, buddy. Come here. Come on, Mr. Bacon. Come on. Yep. There we go. You're doing a great job. A little further. Please don't eat me. Oh, I forgot to flip the trapdoor. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, there we go. We got one of them in there. Did I name tag him? Oh, did he automatically go in the portal, or did he run away? I don't think I name tagged him. Okay, so I don't know if that one's going to despawn or not. Let's carry on and see if we can't get another. Got him. And looks like they're big enough to where they're instantly going through the portal. Come on, Butter Biscuit. Ow. Okay, I think that's going to be enough. Depending if the other ones despawn or not. There's probably 8 of them in there. Maybe we'll have to see. Now, these guys are pretty tough and they're hard to deal with, especially whenever you're inside of a closed area with them. So let's head on over to the overworld side, and probably going to have to knock our portal out. That way they don't go back through to the nether. And hopefully if they don't despawn, we can end up naming the other ones. All right, back on the overworld side, let's fly on over here and see what we can't get ourselves into. This might not end good for me. We'll have to see. Ooh, I can already hear a bunch of them. Oh yeah. They seem to be preoccupied on killing a custom block. So let me see if I can't sneak over there maybe. This might not end good. Okay, that one's name tagged. That one's name tagged. Look, they're like pets. Don't mind me, guys. Just making sure that you're all name tagged over here. Oh, I don't know that I can walk on these. Makes it a little easier. Okay, your name tagged. Okay, I think they're all name tagged. I'm pretty sure what's happening is they think that the mob head is actually a player, so it's trying to kill them. And they're pretty violent at it. So I'm wondering if maybe... Okay, what if I do it like this? No? Okay, what if I take this away? Can I get it now? Oh. Oh, he's mad. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Now hopefully they can't get in here with me. Out. Does make kind of a predicament because I need that piece of wool. And I really don't want her mob heads to despawn either. See if I can't get a little bit of health back. Got him, and I did not even lose a totem. So we can put that back there. Let's put these foundation blocks back down. And then we're gonna put... Ow! Ow! I said we're gonna put these back down. Jeez! And I think this one, and that should be good from the outside. Now we can just dig out here and hopefully not mess anything up. Alright, let me jump back into spectator mode and take a look over here. And that chat coming from the Discord server is my cue to leave. Let's get out of here. If GG asks, I have no idea what a Zoglin is. Yeah, see, what's a Zoglin? Let's play it off like nothing ever happened. I do kind of feel bad about her cats, though. So Gigi just joined the game, and yeah. If anybody asks, I've been over here doing this time lapse the whole time. It is done. It is done. But before we go over there and take a look at all of the awesomeness that I just got done building, we're going to take a moment to do some shameless self-promotion. Now, you might have noticed that there has been some transitions inside of this episode, and these transitions are custom made by me. Now, these transitions are available for purchase. Just head on over to my Discord and shoot me a message and we can get it all sorted out. Now, of course, you're not going to want to buy any of these with my ugly face on them, so I will put your skin on the transition. That way you can use it inside of your episode or whatever other content creation that you would like. I'm keeping things simple. For one small fee, you're able to use this in a limited amount of videos. It will be the exact same transition, just with your skin. I will be doing some custom ones as well. However, those will run a significant amount more depending on how sophisticated you want to get with those. If you have any questions, just shoot me a message on the Discord. Everything's going to be linked down below. With that being said, let's head on over to the newly built shop and check this thing out. Let's go. So flying over the back of it, the first thing that's going to stand out to you is this absolutely huge crane standing up inside of the center of the construction area. Looking at it from ground level all the way up, you can just start to truly appreciate the absolute scale of how massive this crane is. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the tower cranes, on the back we have a massive counterweight, which is going to keep this thing stable whenever it is lifting stuff up. We have a long boom that extends all the way out, and then we have a sliding caddy that is meant to slide back and forth, and that's going to move the part of the crane that is actually meant to pick stuff up and lift it. If we fly around to the other side, you can see that we have an operator carriage on the side here, and that's going to be where the crane operator sits inside and actually controls the crane. Down below here we have a massive bulldozer which has been responsible for clearing out a lot of this area over here. This is meant to push around a lot of the material, that way we can get the material where it needs to go in order for it to be processed. If we look down inside of the hole, we have a massive mining hole. This is going to be a to be continued project, but as you can see, we have a lot of ores working their way up on the conveyor belt. That way it can be offloaded by the crane, put inside of this huge mining dump truck, and carried away to wherever it needs to go. We'll be going over that dump truck here shortly, but I want to take a moment and go over a little bit more on this bulldozer. We have a ripper on the back here, and as you can see, we have a lot of hydraulics. That way it actually looks like these things are lifelike. Now, unfortunately, using concrete blocks, we are very limited as to what we can do with them because we don't have any stairs or slabs or anything of that nature, which would be really nice if Mojang would implement those into the game. Maybe sometime in the future they will, but it's yet to be seen if that will actually happen. But yeah, a giant bulldozer. This thing came out absolutely amazing for the second time ever building one. And then we have the rock truck over here. This is the first time that I've ever built a rock truck like this, and got a lot of inspiration off of one of the shows that I really love to watch, which is of course Gold Rush. And out inside of the big gold mines, they have a lot of these dump trucks, which are absolutely massive. If you have a moment and you're unfamiliar with these, Google the rock trucks used inside of the mines. They use a lot of these really large dump trucks out inside of the gold mines, and if you think that this is a large dump truck to scale and that it really doesn't need to be this big, let me go ahead and throw an image of one of these up on screen that's compared to an actual person. Let me tell you, these things are absolutely massive and they are made to haul a lot of material. And then we have the heart of the operation, which is this big conveyor, which is meant to pull all of the materials out of the earth down below where they are loaded, all the way up to the top here, which is going to be unloaded as stated by the crane, loaded onto that truck in order to be processed. This conveyor is driven by a bunch of gears and also sprockets with a large chain going down to a smaller sprocket. And then we have one gearbox here out of 2 total. This gearbox has a little check sight to check the oil level, which I thought was a pretty cool little touch. And then this gearbox is going to go inside of the building here. And this building is going to be the main mining facility where all of our mining ores and stuff are going to be for sale. So we can go into the back door here. And that's going to bring us into this secondary gearbox here, which is driven by this huge diesel engine. And a lot of this is still in works. I have not done a ton of decorating inside, aside from a little control panel. We have the exhaust here coming outside, which will eventually go into a exhaust stack out here. As you can see, it doesn't even come through the wall yet, so that is still in progress. We have a flywheel on the back with a starter on this side. An intake here going into a very large intake boot going up to the roof where it goes through a air filtration system. This is the other side of the gearbox where it comes into the building. Again, we have another oil check site area there. And then we have all of the water pipes going into this large diesel engine in order to keep it cool. If we go upstairs here, we can go up to the catwalk. And then you can see the top part of the diesel engine where we have the fuel injectors going into the intake, and we also have the glow plugs on the top here. Again, this is Minecraft, make pretend, but I think it turned out really good for actually making an engine in Minecraft. Up top here, we have a roof access, so we have a tank here. This tank is responsible for holding all of the fuel to run the engine. Fuel to size ratio, that's a pretty small tank, but hey, it's Minecraft, and well, I might make it a little bigger in the future, or maybe even potentially makes multiple tanks. This is the air filtration system that goes up onto the rooftop. That way it has access to all of the clean air. And then from the rooftop, we have a lovely vantage point to actually see the crane claw. Now, I might change that out to make it more of a scooper because there is a lot of dirt and stuff inside of here, and the claw doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. What do you guys think? Let me know inside of the comments below. Should I leave it like this, or should I change it out to an actual scooper? Coming around to the front of the building here, we have a garage door which goes inside. This is going to technically be the front door, and that's going to take you back into this area. Don't mind any of this mess, it's going to be cleaned up. This is my my makeshift glow lichen farm. So I'm thinking that we're going to have a lot of shulker boxes over here and probably some over here too. This is probably going to be the builder's corner. And what I mean by that is we're going to have two different sections. One is going to be used for builders. That way we can sell stuff like the actual ore material blocks, because a lot of those you just want to use for builds. You don't really want to break them down. If that was the case, then I would just sell the materials as is. But things like the diamond ore blocks, coal, copper, stuff like that can be really cool to implement inside of your builds. So yeah, this little rock truck, I think that this thing came out absolutely amazing for, again, being the first time that I've ever built one. But we have some massive tires, we have some mirrors on the side. I'm still not 100% sure on the mirrors if I want to keep those up there because they're wood and they kind of stick out. But aside from that, we got the smokestack, we got the mirrors, we have the fenders, some absolutely massive tires, and I just absolutely love this thing. It came out really, really cool. On the backside here, there's not really a whole lot going on. It's just mainly all dirt, and this actually took an astronomical amount of time in order to do because I kept on running into actually finding grass in really strange places, and then I had to remove the grass because it kept spreading up here. Now, in case you didn't know, grass will not naturally grow on dirt, but it will spread onto dirt. So you have to actually have grass next to a block in order for it to spread over here. Now, the reason why it's not spreading is because I have coarse dirt here, and it cannot actually grow onto this coarse dirt. Therefore, it can never spread past the coarse dirt. So all of this will actually stay dirt. But there is a really weird bug to where grass is actually populating underwater in some places. I don't know if I can find some. Yes, like down here, right where that seagrass is, there's actually grass down here where it should not actually be underwater at all. And I kept missing little small patches like that, and it would actually spread out of the water up here, and then it would slowly start spreading that way as I AFK'd here. Now over here, I do have some more plans. I do want to eventually put a pole barn in with maybe some more equipment underneath it, and I do also want to put an excavator up on the hill. That way it can be hanging over and actually making the wall that you see here. I think that would be pretty cool, but if you guys have any recommendations to make this a lot better, let me know. What I'm going to do now is actually fly on top of the crane, where we can go over this briefly. We have some lights on top here, which is, you know, really good. That way airplanes don't run into this. And then we have our main support cable, which is going to run all the way up to the top of the boom here. And then we have another support cable, which is going to go down to the weighted section back here. On the weighted section, we have another light here, which is going to continuously flash. Now, this is only going to flash whenever it's nighttime due to a daylight sensor down below, and it's going to turn off during the daytime. We do also have another redstone torch up top just for a marker light, again, so planes don't hit it. And then we have a nice steel walkway here. If we go down the center here, down the scaffolding, we have a little room down here where we have a bed and we can sleep real quick. And then if we continue going down here, this is of course going to take you all the way down the main shaft of the tower crane and is going to take you down to the floor. Have you guys noticed all the Z fighting inside of the new update? It's absolutely crazy. Look at this scaffolding here. Oh yeah, now that I'm looking at it, you're going to stop wiggling. Don't worry, yeah, we've seen you. We see you wiggling. There's also some more Z fighting up here as well with the bars. As you can see, it's just kind of wiggling. Maybe it's not Z fighting. Maybe it's just everything's wiggly because we're up so high. Now you can of course walk onto the boom if you would like. Here we have the rollers down below for the carriage that connects it to the main roller track down here. That of course goes all the way out to the end of the boom. And then if you're wondering how we get into the actual part that controls the crane, we're just going to go down here. That's going to bring us inside of this little control room. And if you're unfamiliar with these control rooms on the tower cranes, they typically have a see-through floor and see-through front. That way they can actually look down and see what they are currently loading or moving. Well guys, that's going to about wrap up this episode here on the Project Bedrock server. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if there's any recommendations that you would like to add, drop them down inside of the comments below, and I will definitely be reading each and every one of them. If you're wondering what camera add-on pack I am using, this is one that I am currently putting together and creating. So if this interests you, then keep an eye on my channel, because I will eventually be releasing this to the public. As for now, it's still going to be tested on the Project Bedrock server. That way I can work out all of the kinks and get it happy enough to where I'm able to release it. This add-on will come with all of these different camera commands. So for example, if you wanted sky camera down facing south following player, you would do .scds. And that's going to give you a pre-programmed camera placement, and you can basically run around as you would like. Pretty cool, huh? As mentioned, all of these are pre-programmed into there, and I will be adding more inside of the future. Another shameless self-promotion out of the way, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you feel like it deserved a like, then please drop a like below, as it really does help out the channel. And if you're new here, then consider subscribing, that way you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!